Hi everyone, today's my birthday. Happy birthday, me. I'm now 1 year older and I've decided to celebrate by exerting my power over all of you. That's right, today I get to talk about whatever I want, because we all know that you're exempt from rules on your birthday. While I deeply love Pokemon, I also love plenty of other stuff, and if I made videos on those topics, then this channel would be in utter disarray. But today, since everyone is inexplicably more patient with me, I've decided to test that patience by jamming all my miscellaneous thoughts into one arguably concise video. So, without further ado, who's the birthday boy? I'm the birthday boy. And today I'll be talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. I love food, which is something I don't talk about often, but at the same time barely try to hide. Because of this, I love to cook since it allows me to mix and experiment flavors that I want to eat and, by extension, I'm really proud to feed other people. Look at this toddler eating cake that I drew like 2 years ago, which felt much longer than it actually was. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, one of my favorite meals, and I don't share this often, is a good old simple breakfast. In an ironic twist on everything I just said, the predictability and comfort of this breakfast is unmatched, yet it isn't as simple as a TV dinner. It's a labor of love from start to finish, but it's also phenomenally hard to ruin. Eggs of your preferred style, bacon, hash brown, and toast. I mean, come on. And heck, why not throw some sausages and cheese on there too? It's so flexible and I'm honestly shocked that more people don't acknowledge it as a favorite. We all passively acknowledge that we like it, but I've never heard of anyone consciously call it their favorite. The mix of flavors, the endless combinations, and the reliable consistency of its taste just make it irreplaceable. It's my second favorite though, and since it's my birthday, I just won't tell you the first. Oh snap, we've been talking about this for too long, let's move on. Mustache Girl did nothing wrong. The Hat in Time community seems to agree on this more and more, but I'm personally not satisfied. This homeless little girl had her home taken over by a cartoony mafia, and basically had to live off scraps, and then finds out that she can alter the timeline and basically change everything. So she robs a bunch of those time-changing thingies and makes herself Supreme Emperor. It seems like what people object to the most is how she literally made hell and turned the planet into a ball of lava. But first, she's a child, so her definition of justice is obviously extreme, especially when she believes that the whole world is bad. And two, she has literally had the worst life for the past few years and is absolutely broken. I think there's an interesting discussion to be had here. I definitely think the hate for Mustache Girl is extremely odd, and it only gets weirder as the game clearly takes the side of not excusing her actions, but still sympathizing with her situation. Yet people get so feral and rabid over what she did. I don't know, it really does rub me the wrong way, though I don't think I'm qualified to look into this. Am I biased towards Mustache Girl? A little. I think she's adorable and point blank one of my favorite indie game villains. It's mostly just the adorableness though. Oh snap, we gotta move on. You might think this is a Hat in Time channel if I keep rambling about this. In Fnaf Security Breach, there's a pretty huge error that boggles my mind. See, the main character is Cassie, and she's very visibly a black girl, right? I mean, look at these cardboard cutouts. Absolutely adorable, we can all agree. So what is this? This is the actual character model for Cassie. That is not the same girl, just blatantly. She's also not black anymore, and is more of a light brown. Even that I'm not sure about, as under any intense lighting her skin appears white. In the original teaser image for Ruin, she just looks like a completely different girl as well, and I have no clue what to make of this. In Help Wanted 2, which I didn't watch whatsoever, they fixed her with this absolutely adorable model, so that's good. But I just wish we had an explanation for what happened before that. My guess is that they were constantly redesigning Cassie throughout development and, after finishing her cardboard cutout designs, probably just forgot to fix her model as it's never seen by the player in game, besides the hands. But I don't really care for Ruin. It was mid and I'm not really following Fnaf anymore, besides the movies. I just have a Cassie bias, blah blah blah. It's my birthday so you can't judge me. Oh snap, it's my birthday. Why am I wasting time talking about this? Here are my top 10 favorite Sonic levels, subject to change. 10 is probably Scrap Brain from Sonic 1 and Game Gear. Both acts were really fun and I have more thoughts than time. Number 9 is Capital City. Incredible music and the best level design in an otherwise trash game. Number 8 is Chaos Angel, for the same reasons. Number 7 is Studiopolis from Sonic Mania, because it's straight up great level design, with number 6 being Metallic Madness from the same game. Number 5 is probably Emerald Coast, as it's incredibly fun, memorable, and has some of the best music in the series. 4 is easily Final Like from the same game, for being all of that and having great difficulty too. Number 3 is rough, but I'm choosing Modern City Escape from Generations because literally all of us love it, obviously. Number 2 is Launch Base from Sonic 3 for its great music and tough as nails level design, but mesmerizing aesthetic. And last but not least, my favorite level is Arid Sands Day for having my favorite music besides Launch Base, addicting level design, and so many fun ideas. Next year I'll share my top 10 favorite music tracks. I love cartoon kart racers almost as much as I love when people subscribe, so this section is dedicated to them. For Mario Kart, I'd really like to complain about Ninja Hideaway, as it's just the worst track in the series. It's actually unplayable. I can't make a single turn without drilling into the walls like a moron. Everyone agrees that the DLC tracks kind of suck, so I'm happy that they're free if you just play random races online, because I'd rather die than pay for Ninja Hideaway. For Crash Team Racing, I just want to point out how they have no cute characters. They tried to add babies and this happened. Yikes. Well, I do adore Coco, so at least she's there for me. She's sort of a hit or miss on the cuteness, so I really was hanging by a thread. Lastly is Diddy Kong Racing, and I'm still trying to beat it. Yeah, it's really hard. Everyone talks about how impossible the bosses in Wizpig are, but why does no one talk about how hard Future Funland is? The Silver Coin Challenge is literally impossible, and I can't beat it. Or maybe I'm just really bad at plane levels. Every now and again when I feel like being humbled, I try the Spaceport Alpha Silver Coin Challenge and toil in my inadequacy. Oh snap, I need to talk about more stuff. Did you guys know that it's my birthday? Here are a bunch of my favorite things in a random order. My favorite food is avocados, and in general they're one of my favorite foods. If you ask my favorite veggie, you're likely to garner the same answer, because I like avocados and want you to know. My favorite color is pink, though it was a nice forest green for a while. Pink calms me down and makes me happy, and reminds me of all the cute things I like. My favorite video game of all time is Super Smash Bros. Brawl, but my favorite board game is Monopoly, because it's fun strategy and anarchy. My favorite Pokemon game is White, my favorite Fnaf is Sister Location, my favorite Zelda is Majora's Mask, my favorite Sonic is Mania, and my favorite JoJo's character is Foo Fighters. My favorite Mega Evolution is Mega Lopunny, and my favorite Kirby character is Adeline. Kirby 64 ironically isn't my favorite Kirby though, that title goes to Superstar Ultra, which I will play until I go blue in the face. Here's a couple more Pokemon ones. My favorite type is Tricky, but I really love tons of steel designs. My favorite of every single Pikachu form is Pikachu Bell, because it's just way too cute. My favorite starter is a complicated question, but Skeledirge, Emboar, and Primarina tend to hold that space. My favorite regional form is a tie between Galarian Ponyta and Hisui and Lilligant. My favorite song in the series is probably the White battle theme, for nostalgia reasons, and my favorite move is Belly Drum because of the countless battles I've won with it, as well as the funny and cute imagery of a Azumarill smacking its tummy. In this video I really wanted to talk about Cookie Run, since it's arguably one of my biggest on and off mega passions, but I sort of had nothing. I decided to play again and now I'm back in my Cookie Run era. I'm putting my friend code on the screen for anyone who wants to be friends. Anyway, I really do adore the game and I think it's beyond underrated, and it's really nostalgic for me. I've been playing since 2016, maybe a little earlier, though I could be wrong, and my account has been the same since day one, which is sort of unreal, because I'm really bad with playing phone games. I'm only really punctual with Cookie Run and Pokemon Go. I have several things to say and I've honestly considered making full videos because I literally can't fit all my thoughts into one 2-paragraph ramble. However, I am sort of annoyed by two things in particular. Trophy races, which for a long time were the game's main attraction, are sort of unfair. Maybe I'm just bad or something, but cookie power creep is real, and winning trophy races takes 50% skill and 300% luck. It sort of reminds me of Gen 9 Pokemon Competitive. If you aren't using the best or the freshest new toys, you get squashed, simple as. And if you get royally squashed, which happens very often, you lose tons of points and go down in the ranks, which is a pain. Normally I wouldn't mind using the best of the best, but there's barely any other places for me to use my favorites at full power, so that's my one serious spot. I concede that it's still my favorite mode though, and mark my words, I will get better. I'll do it for the sake of my cookie daughters. I don't like to make full rant videos, so that's better fit for here. Speaking of which, this topic has bothered me to no end and I am livid. See, I absolutely adore Toon Zelda. I have her plushie and I've drawn her often, which is funny because I don't even like Wind Waker. That being said, there are two injustices that I desperately want paid. Toon Zelda was cut from Smash Bros. Brawl. This kills me because she has a leftover folder in the files and just didn't make it. And if she had, then she probably would have ended up in Ultimate. So because of development times, I didn't get my favorite character ever, which definitely doesn't hurt. In Hyrule Warriors, they brought back so many Zelda characters and they all looked incredible. So of course they made her look like this. Her hair is green, her lipstick is so bold, and she looks so weird. What happened? This is also the Spirit Track Zelda, which looks like this. So I'm honestly going insane and I'm deprived of Toon Zelda content. Well, I guess I should probably talk a little bit about myself. I wasn't sure what to do for a birthday video, but I knew that I wanted to do one, just to treat myself to something nice. Obviously, I don't expect anyone to watch to the end or remember a single word, but the least I can do for myself is take full advantage of my insanity, and maybe even start a cool little tradition. I have so much that I'm passionate about, and while Pokemon is top dog to me, today you saw a fraction of the other things I endlessly think about. I think my final topic will just be reminiscing. In my heart, the channel has just begun, and by the time I upload this, we'll be 4 months away from its 1-year anniversary. Looking back on everything that's led up to this is wild. I've wanted to start for years, but I was young and had a shaky vision, so I'm happy that I waited until my head was a little more centered before starting. The early videos were, well, charming to say the least. I wanted to make authentic short content, and while I still love and appreciate content like that, part of my growth was acknowledging and accepting that I wasn't a person skilled enough to do that. Scripts helped to ground me more and help me gather my thoughts and jokes without stumbling. I can also coordinate images and editing much better. I had my insecurities in order when I started for sure. I felt that no one would want to listen to me for more than like 4 minutes at a time. And I wouldn't make visuals interesting enough for people to even want to look at the screen. Of course I was scared of sounding robotic with a script too. Now who has pie on their face? It's okay to improve and make jumps across pits that you're scared of. I literally can't give better advice. And keep improving at every single opportunity. If your old videos from 7 months ago look like trash compared to your new ones, then you're doing good. Sure, I'm not False Swiper M&J TV levels of big, but I want to give any advice and share everything I'm learning at the onset. I'm hoping that we only go to great places from here. I will never take down my older videos. Sure, they're a little embarrassing, but I'd rather be embarrassed than pretend to be perfect. It also helps to show my journey as I learn new things and take new risks, and potentially it motivates others to do the same. If I can get just one person to start making videos, I'll consider this channel a success. One thing I will likely do, however, is update the old thumbnails to better indicate when a video is particularly outdated and scrappy. That way new people joining in don't assume that all my videos have bad backgrounds, sniffling, and confusing dialogue. Seriously, listen to this. Hi. So, I think a few videos ago at this point, should be, I said that I wanted to inspire discussion using my channel. It's this little diary from me talking. Goodness me. I'm a little sad ending this video, but alas, my birthday must end someday. Get ready for next year though. There'll be a pop quiz at the end and I won't be merciful. I want to say more in this outro, so stick around. Remember to follow my Tumblr and Blue Sky for art, and my Wattpad and AO3 for fanfictions, all of which are bored in a good way. Don't forget the underscores. We've got brand new art coming very soon, and, of course, you can treat yourself to my whimsical Pokemon Bakery fanfic, Strawberry Jam, which is always good and gives tons of laughter. No matter where you go, I only give quality bangers, so you'll definitely want to stick around. Oh, and one more thing. Always, stay bored.